What y'all on, gang? Old school Shasta. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one. You did. And we finna talk about this motherfucking Ace Bailey. Yeah, I mean, this young whippersnapper that I'm just now learning about. You feel me? With these antics that he pulling or pulled. I get reported today, but I just want to speak on the whole culture of it. You know what I mean? As far as, you know what I mean, the entitlement of these young players nowadays, man. Malachi. Malachi in the building. You feel me? Everybody sliding through, give your boy a like one time for your mind. I'm talking about. Gamer, the big plays in this bitch. Juke feels me. But yeah, man, let me get into it. So, Bailey, number 5 pick, Utah Jazz. You dig? Raghad Nori, what's going on? Ace Bailey, number 5 pick from Rutgers, got drafted to the Utah Jazz, and for whatever reason, I guess they saying that he didn't want to go there, or you know what I mean? He didn't want them to pick him or something like that, man. And I'm just like, you know, when I was coming up, it was a dream to just make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to just make it to the NBA. We didn't give a damn about what team drafted us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it would have been a plus if we can get drafted to a certain team or our favorite team or, you know, a great team or whatever. But the objective was to get to the get to the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You know, these players just coming to the league. They coming into the league a little bit too entitled now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, you a rookie. Like, you ain't played 1 minute. You ain't played one dribble in the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come in calling no motherfucking shots. What team you want to go to and this and that. Now, I heard somebody say this earlier, and I agree. You know what I mean? That I understand with the NIL and all that, you know what I'm saying? You know, these college players they making money in college now. You know what I'm saying? They making millions in college. So, you know, that got them coming into the league a little more entitled or whatnot. But I'm just like, damn, bruh. Like it's not a it's not a privilege to play in the NBA. You know what I mean? It's an honor. You know what I mean? It's only like 450 of y'all in the entire world. You know what I'm saying? And it's millions of basketball players all around the world. So, you know, how you come into the league so entitled that, you know what I mean? So I guess Ace Bailey hadn't reported yet. You know what I'm saying? The Utah Jazz also drafted Wendell Carter Jr. You know what I'm saying? And he was on the team, and he helped lead the Florida Gators to the national championship. You know what I mean? And he was honored to play, you know, to get drafted to the Utah Jazz. So that's the thing about it. And then I'm hearing like, I guess he from the fuck is that? Oh, that's my nigga calling me. I'm gonna have to hit Brody back. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, man, end this shit. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, what the fuck? This motherfucker's a piece of shit. Fuck this phone, man. But let me pull out my laptop because I wanna there's a few little clips I wanted to run from this shit. But the crazy thing about this, bro, is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this too, because now this subject is leading to talk about now should rookies coming into the league, should we just get rid of the draft? You know what I'm saying? Should they be able to pick, you know, what team they want to go to? I'm like, the fuck type shit is that? Hell fucking no. You gotta earn that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, bro, you a rookie. You don't have no type of seniority in the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful, bro, of the fact that you got drafted to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like this is ridiculous. So let me play a few of these clips, man. But yeah, you know what I mean? I guess Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN, and then I'm listening to ESPN radio yesterday morning. You feel me? And they having a whole conversation about they should get rid of you should be able to pick where you go and all that other shit. I'm like, bro, this shit getting way out of hand. And to me, it just shows a sign of the times. It just shows signs of the times, bro. Like that's even a conversation. Okay. So let me pull some shit up, bro. What y'all on though? Working out here, playback of ESPN radio. Rookies able to get drafted. Shit, NBA rookies. All right, so bam. Here go a little something right here. Weston Kilgore, what's going on with you, buddy? I don't really remember, but you know what I mean? Shout out for tapping in. Does Salt McFly say, what's my most unpopular opinion on the NBA? My most unpopular opinion? My most unpopular opinion is maybe not about the NBA itself, but a player in the NBA. LeBron James, LeBum James. The most overrated athlete of all time. You feel me? I believe LeBron James is the most overrated athlete of all time. Definitely the most overrated NBA player. Not saying he ain't great, not saying he ain't all-time great, but he's still overrated. He ain't as good as y'all say he is. He good. He ain't that motherfucking good though. You feel me? Should NBA rookies be able to choose where they're drafted? Let me see. No, NBA rookies generally cannot choose where they are drafted. Instead, the draft order is determined by a combination of NBA lottery or non-playoff teams. Blah, blah, blah. Where the players are tied to the team, the draft for at least 2 years. Some high-profile players have historically been able to force a trade by refusing to sign, though this is rare. It's going to always be rare. All right. The NBA... Let me see. NBA draft order is set through a lottery system for some teams and by reverse order. Hold on, that's not what I was looking for. My bad. Rookies able to choose where they're drafted. Load of truth, what's going on? What's going on? A little late night live real quick. You know what I mean? I wanted to speak on this situation and how entitled these players is coming into the league to think that, you know what I mean, they should be able to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, what teams they get drafted to and all that. Like, it's just weird shit, bro. It's weird shit. Let me see. Oh man, I had some shit to talk about on this, but now Utah Jazz draft. So okay, so bruh didn't report. You know what I mean? Bruh didn't report. He wasn't reporting. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I guess he reported today. Let me see. The entire, let me see right here. The entire Ace Bailey situation, both fascinating and kind of sad all at the same time. We heard the stories about how his camp tried everything they could to prevent Bailey from ending up on the Jazz, forgetting that Danny Ainge gives zero fucks when it comes to this basketball stuff. And that's the whole other, that's another thing. Danny Ainge over there running the shit, bro. Like, Danny Ainge don't give a fuck about none of that. You feel me? What? Jaylen Brown got traded. Hold on. You niggas is lying, capping like a motherfucker. Let me see. If Jaylen Brown got traded, bro. This guy, I know you lying. Yeah, he ain't been traded. That motherfucker ain't been traded. Fuck that. Trade rumors, but he ain't been traded. Nigga said, my bad, bro. Yeah, I was like, I would have heard about that. I think that'd be stupid though if they do that. I think that'd be stupid. Where was I at? Ace Bailey. Look at this old goof troop looking ass little nigga, right? ET phone home ass looking ass nigga. Nah, shout out to the young nigga though, man, doing his thing. You feel me? I just want to run a couple of these clips though to give me a couple more talking points. Right here. Forgetting that Danny Ainge gives zero fucks when it comes to this basketball stuff. There is not a more ruthless basketball executive in the league. So to think Danny Ainge would give a shit about Ace Bailey or his camp won it when it came to the number 5 pick is laughable. It's his job to build the best basketball roster he can, and part of that includes drafting the best talent available. He was the best player on you know what I mean, on the draft board at that time. So what you think, we gonna pass you up because you don't so-called don't want to get drafted here? Boy, you ain't got no type of motherfucking pull like that. You just a rookie. You feel me? And so now the cold part about it is now you already starting your career off on somewhat of a bad note as far as with the Jazz fans. They already going to be looking at you side-eye, and with veteran players around the league and on the team. Okay? Because I'm going to play a clip from Danny Green on First Take yesterday, and that's one of the things he said. Veteran players don't like that. They don't like for these young niggas to be coming into the league with a sense of entitlement like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't pull no strings, bro. You ain't played not one dribble in the NBA. Okay? One would think that after the draft and the reality set in that Ace Bailey was a member of the Jazz, he would do the logical thing and swallow his pride or whatever and begin a new stage of his life, which just so happens to be top 5 pick in the NBA draft. Not so bad. Is that what? Like, bro, you got drafted to the NBA, bro. Load of Truth said Ace Bailey gonna ball for them. They squad trash. I mean, he will wanna. He will want it because look, now everything I just said about him you know, kind of rubbing people the wrong way with this. If he ball out, they gonna forget about they'll forget about all that. You know what I'm saying? They'll forget about all that. But a lot of times, man, players don't be understanding that sometimes this could be better for you, right? For example, Steph Curry, right? In 2009, Steph Curry didn't want to get drafted by the Golden State Warriors. Now he didn't make a thing about, and I'm not even saying Ace Bailey made a big deal about it himself, but we know about it because as much as because it's been talked about, and we just know that's what it was. But for Steph, it wasn't a huge thing like that. It's just I know that he didn't want to get drafted by the Warriors. He wanted to go to the Knicks, who was the 8th pick, who was the pick right after the Warriors. He got drafted number 7. Now, mind you, I know for a fact Steph Curry is glad he got picked by the Golden State Warriors now, because would he end up have been a great player? He probably still would have been a great player, but if he goes to the New York Knicks and not the Golden State Warriors, his career trajectory is completely different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is, because he's on a different team. That don't mean he wouldn't have won a championship or this and that, but like, who knows? He probably don't have 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? If he get drafted by the Knicks. You feel me? Just because everything would be different. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up working out. Say it could be something like that with Ace Bailey. You didn't want to go to the Utah Jazz. Who knows? 4-5 years down the line, they may have a team that's ready to contend for a championship and might end up winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get paid. You feel me? Load of Truth. I say Dylan Harper was better. They both played for Rutgers. They were supposed to go 2 and 3. Abby. Ab, hey, what's going on with you? I don't know if that's a pause. You feel me? But yeah, everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time, fam. But let me see. Now, look, bro, I'm gonna play a few ESPN clips. ESPN be on me now. You know what I mean? I guess the algorithms is sending me out now. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to update one of my lives from last week when I was playing clips. When I was talking about the Tracy McGrady, Gilbert Arenas, Kobe Bryant situation, I'm playing clips from First Take and ESPN, who's owned by Disney. I didn't get a copyright strike or nothing like that, but they made it to where the video got blocked. You know what I'm saying? So I got the views from it, but that live got like 5,000 views, but it wasn't able to be seen anymore. So I had to go edit it and take all of the clips out from ESPN. So I'm gonna play some shit. Hopefully they don't do it this time. If they do, whatever. I don't give a fuck, because it's all about the live stream anyway. Once y'all see it, that's all that matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can go back. I still be liking motherfuckers to be able to go back and watch the shit. But if I gotta take the clips out, that's what I'll do. But let me play this real quick.
He doesn't want to be there, and he doesn't show up, and this starts to get ugly. You see the Jazz.
I do not think any team in this situation would give in. They have the ultimate position, and I do not see Danny Ainge giving in. And here's the bottom line. The Utah Jazz play in Salt Lake City, and I say this to somebody who lives in the middle of the country.
Hey, low the truth. You already know they hate.
Whether a player who wants to be in Salt Lake City or whether he loves to fit
It's them brown sexuals.
Draft and develop the most talented players they can. That is why they took him, despite him not working out, and they will absolutely not budge on this. And eventually, he's going to be a Utah Jazz. We'll just see how long it takes him and his representation to figure that out.
Okay, that's one little. I never seen that one, but I wasn't even tripping off that one. I got a few other ones that I'm gonna play, but let me see. Matter of fact, let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube and see. Look at my history, because I was watching some shit earlier. Let me see. View all. The fuck? But yeah, nah, man, it's just you know, it's just one of them things. Like, damn, bro, when I was coming up, bro, we just wanted to get to the league, bro. It was an honor to just get to the league, man. It would have been an honor to just get to the league. Let me see this right here. But Ace Bailey did report today. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? He probably went on here for you. Ain't got no choice but to report, brother. Suck it up. Tough luck, little buddy. Come on with the fucking ads, man.
He was a top 3 prospect for the entire college season, and it was almost guaranteed that he was going to be a top 3 pick.
This is
process, and then things got weird. And
this is, I'm playing something from a channel called Sporting Logically. So shout out to Sporting Logically. I ain't trying to jack your shit. I'm just, you know what I mean?
now he might not even show up for the Utah Jazz, the team that drafted him, which could create a completely unprecedented situation where the Jazz might have to trade him before he even shows up. Now, going into the draft, I was thinking that Ace Bailey was going to go either 4th or 5th overall, but I really didn't expect him to end up on the teams that actually had those picks going into the draft. I was pretty confident it was going to be Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, then VJ Edgecombe, and then some team, whether it be Washington or Brooklyn, one of these preferred destinations for Ace Bailey, one of these teams that he wants to play for, was going to trade up to 4 or 5, or he was just going to fall all the way to 6, and the Wizards would just take him there. And none of that happened. We get to 5 overall, and the Jazz just say, you know what? This guy's the best player available.
I got to take him.
3 talent in the class. Somehow he falls to 5, and we're just going to take him. The problem with that mindset is Ace Bailey is kind of really showing up and playing for the Jazz right now.
He showed up today though. So this when was this? This video came out yesterday or a day ago. But he showed up today, so.
And to be clear, he hasn't actually skipped anything yet. There's nothing that he has to go to that he hasn't gone to yet. But that's happening on Monday. Here in a couple of days, training camp begins for NBA Summer League. And
NBA Summer League coming up.
The weird part of all of this is the fact that we haven't really heard from Ace Bailey himself. He clearly had just like a weird reaction to being drafted by the Jazz in general on draft night. And their other first-round pick, the Jazz's other first-round pick, Walter Clayton Jr., has already reported to the team. And
I said Walter Carter Jr., Walter Clayton Jr.
was there immediately, whereas Bailey still hasn't really reported to the team. And just to add to the situation, there are rumors coming out that there was a team in the top 5 of the draft that Ace Bailey's representation said, we will not show up if you draft him. Like, Ace Bailey will not play for your team if you draft him. We don't know what team that is, but
like,
very well could have been the Utah Jazz. There's reasonings for not wanting to go to these teams.
Like, what type of
shit is that, bro? To sit up there and tell an NBA team that wants to draft you, and you don't got like I mean, you just a rookie, and like you not like, I mean, any rookie, even if it was LeBron James coming into the league, Kevin Durant, you know, Wembanyama, even players like that still shouldn't have the balls, you know what I'm saying, to be able to be like, yeah, nah, if you draft me, I ain't gonna play for you type shit. I mean, I know it didn't happen once or twice, more so in the NFL. Like, I remember Eli Manning did that, but I just like that's just something that's just like that. I'll never understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'll never understand that level of entitlement. You know what I mean? Like this is a dream for basketball players, for young kids. You know what I mean? To be able to hear your name called on draft night and get drafted. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you finna come into some paper, man. some real paper that you ain't never seen in your life. Now, I understand it's a little different over the past couple years because these players coming into the league, they getting NIL deals now, so they are getting paid before the NBA. But still, bro, like, regardless of whatever, you know what I mean, the NBA is how you make your name. The NBA is how you become a legend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could have somewhat of a name in college, but to me, college basketball ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players, most players that's in the league now, like when I was growing up, I knew who players was before they got to the league. You know what I'm saying? Because college basketball was the shit. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s and in the early 2000s and stuff like that. But now most of these players, like, I don't really know who they are, pay attention to them until they actually get to the league. Like Ace Bailey, I didn't know who this nigga was. Little buddy like that, you know what I mean? And I watched the NCAA tournament, you know what I'm saying? But like, I know about Ace Bailey from this situation right here. And I just wanted to speak on it just because, like I said, somebody like me that grew up playing basketball and it was a childhood dream for me to be able to make it to the NBA, I could never even fathom or imagine having this type of attitude, you know what I mean, or this type of entitlement coming into the league. You feel me? don't draft me. If you draft me, I'm not gonna play for you. I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna report this and that. It's like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Low the Truth say 100. We were seeing him on Slam Magazine before the internet. On my mama. On my mama. Either that or trading cards. Like I was a big trading card. I was a big cards kid. You know what I mean? Upper Deck. I done forgot, you know, the names of some of these trading card companies, but I remember Upper Deck. Man, I still got cards. You know what I mean? And when my son get old enough to be able to understand and know what's going on, I'm gonna pass them down to him. I got some classic Jordan. I got some classic Michael Jordan cards. You know what I'm saying? That's in mint condition. Low the Truth say me too. Hey, you know what I mean? So it was either trading cards, like you said, Slam Magazine, or it was just we knew from TV. Like I remember, I'm 42, bro. So, you know what I mean? I was born in the early 80s. So, like, when I was 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old, I remember Michigan versus North Carolina. You know what I mean? When they had George Lynch, Eric Montrose, Jerry Stackhouse, you know what I mean? Anton Jameson and all that, Rasheed Wallace, you know, Michigan had the Fab Five, you know, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, you know what I mean? Everybody know about Duke, Christian Laettner, Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill, you know what I mean? UNLV running Rebels, Larry Johnson, Greg Anthony, Stacey Augmon, you feel me? I remember Kentucky, Jamal Mashburn, you feel me? I mean, bro, you feel me? Jason Kidd was at Cal, you feel me? Like it was just, they had this other player named Lamont Murray. He was dope. Out here in Stanford, where I'm at right now, Brevin Knight, Deion Cross, you feel me? So Georgetown, I mean, AI, you know what I mean? UConn with Rip Hamilton, Ray Allen, you know what I'm saying? I was watching that game in 96. I think it was a Sweet 16, Georgetown against Connecticut, when Ray Allen hit the shot, you know what I mean, to win the game, you know what I'm saying? UMass, Massachusetts, Marcus Camby, you feel me? All that, bro. Like college basketball used to, like I was tapped in. Like I was all the way tapped into college basketball. But at some point, it just Ray Allen versus AI, for sure. At a certain point, I don't know what happened. I think probably once players started, you know, well, what happened was once players started coming from high school, going, you know what I mean, going straight from, now Kevin Garnett is not the first player to come straight out of high school. Daryl Dawkins was, and Sean Kemp kind of did it, you know what I mean? But Kevin Garnett was the first player in 95 to come straight out of high school in a very long time. So once he did it, then that started the whole way. So then that next year, Kobe came in 96. Okay. And then I believe 97 was T-Mac came. And then, you know what I mean? And then Jermaine O'Neal came. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it just started a domino effect, you know what I mean? And then so not everybody was able to come straight out of high school, but then players started to play. Like when I was growing up playing basketball, AAU and all that, all the way up into high school, like players played in college at least 2 years. Yeah, occasionally you would have, you know what I mean, your one and done or whatever, but the one and done didn't really get super popular until the NBA made the rule that you had to be of a certain age in order to be in the league. I always disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But you had to be of a certain age, and then so they forced players to have to at least play a year in college. You know what I'm saying? And once the one and done thing started, then that was kind of like the beginning of the end to me of like exciting college basketball when you just, because the thing is, like, it's similar to me with baseball. Like, I grew up watching baseball, playing baseball too, and I just feel like baseball used to have bigger names, like, you know what I mean? Not just the team I was rooting for, the Giants, Barry Bonds, Jeff Kent, you know what I mean? All that. But I mean, I remember Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, you know what I'm saying? They had the big unit, Randy Johnson. Cleveland Indians had Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, Jim Tomei, you know what I'm saying? Colorado Rockies have, I think, was it Fred McGriff? Did Fred McGriff play for the Rockies? You know what I'm saying? But I know they had Andres Galarraga. Houston Astros had Jeff Bagwell. No. Fred McGriff was on the Braves. I'm tripping. But the Braves had that shit. David Justice, fucking Fred McGriff, and then they had the three-headed monster with the pitchers, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux. You know what I'm saying? So it was just baseball had it was just more entertaining, bro. And they had like actual like names, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mark McGwire and all that. But at a certain point, it's just they don't have like those, like, it's still a few players, yeah, but that's not like how it was. So it's the same thing with college basketball. Like because of the great players stopped either going to play in college or they only play 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And so it started to water down college basketball. You know what I'm saying? So so that leads me to what I was saying. Like Ace Bailey, I didn't know who the fuck this nigga was. Like every year I know about the main one or two niggas. Like, okay, I knew about Cooper Flagg this year. That's about it. Everybody else after Cooper Flagg, I'm not, hey, I'll figure you out once you get to the league. But yeah, so college basketball gotta kind of get back to that. You know what I mean?
Or not really well known, but we can kind of infer that he didn't want to go to Philly because he wants to be a star. He doesn't want to go to Utah and Charlotte because of the market.
Jada, you remember Hoop It Up in the Bay? Yep.
Neither of those things happened, and it's pretty.
I remember Hoop It Up. I never played Hoop It Up, but I remember Hoop It Up. I remember Hoop It Up for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was the shit. I heard. I forgot who I was around. I was with somebody recently. I can't remember who it was, or if I just heard it on the radio. So I don't know. But I think they're trying to bring it back or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. But I think they might be trying to revive it.
Pretty unknown at this point whether or not he's actually going to show up and play for the Jazz. Now, his representation as a whole, he's got an agent that's not a certified agent, but he's part of an agency that represents him as a whole. They came out and said,
"Oh, hey,
in Utah, and they think it's a great
hey, Load of Truth for sure. Tim Duncan, Wake Forest. Oh, on my mama, definitely, like all that, bro. Like it was college basketball was dope, bro, all the way up until like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and it kind of started getting watered down a little bit. You feel me?
Basketball fit, but again, we haven't heard that from Ace Bailey yet, and he hasn't actually showed
all
up
right,
himself.
this nigga
with just a few days to do so.
This nigga boring right here. Let me see. Let me see videos. Where's the one that I seen that I wanted to play? It's ESPN. Definitely. All the shit I've been watching. You feel me? Where is it at? I'll be able to find it right here, but let me go here. Ace Bailey. Where's that clip that I seen earlier, bro? Let me see. Ace Bailey, ESPN First Take. See, First Take is the one that be hating on me, man. But I don't give a fuck. I'ma still do the shit.
I feel like this organization's in a good spot. They've obviously
to be anywhere close to as healthy next year as they were this year. That's
players. How much should rings factor into a player's
Molly
legacy
Karen,
when it is all said
bad
and
in
done,
the motherfucker, but just talk too much. Typical woman.
When you talk about the individual. Danny, tell me this. Do you have a problem with players dictating their draft spot?
I don't have a problem with players doing anything or dictating wherever they want to go career-wise, whether it's draft spot or trade or whatever it is.
This
It's
nigga
just
got
how
a
you go
big
about
ass
it. It's a
head.
professional way about going about it. I wasn't there for his draft process, so I don't know what their team was discussing. And of course, he was shocked because he didn't work out with them. He didn't want to go there. There's a lot of teams he turned down. So you can't be upset with how the outcome is when you don't go with the process the way that they asked you to. But I said, I have no problem with it. I just wish and hope that these young guys understand the bigger picture. And it's a blessing to be in the NBA, right? So I come from a different time. I didn't make any money in college, so it's different. I can't speak on it. These kids are already making millions of dollars in college, so they have a little bit more entitlement, a little more say-so. So I come from a time where, you're just excited to even be a part of the process, and you took every workout serious. But, hey, he landed in Utah. I hope he has a good career. I hope that he learns from this. He'll look back at it, and I hope his group learns something from this as well, and that they handle this professionally moving forward.
Peter?
I just find it hilarious that it ended with him in all places of Utah. I think that is chef's kiss, perfect place to be. No disrespect, but not exactly the party that you might find in Brooklyn or New Orleans.
But look,
let me get this out of the way. Of course, I am for.
Look though, this is another weird thing right here. Now, man, I've been all around the country. Utah is one place that I haven't been. You know what I'm saying? But they talking about he wanted to go to Brooklyn, and or Washington, or you know what I mean, the Pelicans or something like that. I'm like, bro, like those teams is trash too. Like, what the fuck? What's up, Papa J? Like, I'm like, everybody like and subscribe, man. Papa J always showing love. I'm like, man, I don't get it. Washington? So the Washington Wizards, that's who you gonna die on the hill for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. Now, outside of I do get the fact that he's from the East Coast. So I guess, you know what I mean, he wanted to be on the Eastern Hemisphere, you know what I mean, or whatever. But I'm just saying, man, like you gotta be, just like Danny Green said, bro, it's a blessing, bro, to get drafted. Like, that's not I'm trying to think the right way to say it. I don't want to say it the wrong way, but I think what I'm trying to say is it's not a privilege, actually. It's an honor. What's going on, Goated? It's not a privilege. You know what I mean? It's an honor, bro, to get drafted to the NBA, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just be happy and be honored, and be grateful over the fact that you got picked by an NBA team. Now, what if nobody would have motherfucking drafted your ass? What if your ass would have ended up like motherfucking Shedeur Sanders, thinking you finna be a top 5 pick, top 5, 10 pick, and slip all the way? What, he slipped to the 4th, 5th round or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you could have been that. Then what? You feel me? Straight up though, Goated. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, be grateful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Just I was saying this earlier, Goated, how Steph Curry didn't want to get drafted to the Warriors. Now, he didn't make a big fuss about it, you know what I'm saying? But we knew he didn't want to get drafted there. He wanted to go to the Knicks. But if he goes to the Knicks and he doesn't get drafted to the Golden State Warriors, like look how his career has played out. Like his career is not does not pan out the same way. I'm not saying that Steph wouldn't have become a great player. You know what I mean? I'm not even saying that he wouldn't have won a championship or two, but it's no guarantee that would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Because if you change the team that he gets drafted to, then everything after that changes. Everything. So who knows how his career goes? If he gets a chance to go to the team that he wanted to go to, you know what I'm saying, which was the Knicks. Who know, like all of that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? Who you get drafted to matters. If Tom Brady don't get drafted to the Patriots, do he end up with 7 Super Bowls? Now I understand he won 6 with the Patriots. That 7th came with the Bucks, but still, if he gets drafted to another team, his career probably pans out a different way. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even the fucking starter. You know what I'm saying? Drew Bledsoe was the starter. And the only reason why he got in was because Drew Bledsoe got hurt. You feel me? Everybody in chat, give your boy a like one time. Dominique says, yes, sir, he gets those. Listen, I'm not saying he don't, but I know for a fact if Tom Brady gets drafted not to the New England Patriots and gets drafted to a different team, bro, his career, it plays out different. Like that, any player, even Michael Jordan, he still would have been the player that he became. But would it have went that way though? You know what I'm saying? Who knows, bro? It probably don't go that way because it's different now. Like that's like when that happens, that's like changing the whole course of history. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody that's in the chat right now, right? All of us, let's say if we were never born, if I was never born, the whole world would be different. The entire world would be different just because of the fact that I was never born. You know what I'm saying? So everything changes. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Yuzu say cap about what? Cap about what? You know what I mean? If you truly understand what I'm saying, there's no way you could disagree with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's absolutely no way you could disagree with that. You know what I mean? If you change one thing in the world, in the history of the world, everything else changes. That don't mean that it's going, you know what I mean? That it doesn't mean that how the fuck I'm trying to say it. It may not be a drastic change, but then again, it may be. You know what I'm saying? Because everything changes. Everybody that I've met through, if I'm never born, everybody that I've met through my life never meets me. That changes everything in their life, which changes everything that anybody that ever met them. You know what I mean? Like it's a domino effect, bro. Everything changes. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? For Ace Bailey, this could be something good for him. You know what I mean? But just be grateful that you got drafted, report, ball out, you know what I mean? So you can get to your second contract. And then, hey, if you want to dip out after your first contract is done and go somewhere else, then you can go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But you got to earn that, bro. You don't get to come into the league calling shots, bro. You just don't get to do that. You feel me? Go to Leangelo said that mean okay, 6 degrees. Yeah. Straight up. Enchanted Puff. What about Charles Barkley? He didn't want to get drafted to the 76ers. He tried to get he tried to get fat before the draft. Hey, I mean, it is what it is. He had a great career too. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Shit, if he get drafted somewhere else, he probably win the championship. You never know. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? It worked out for Chuck. You know what I mean? Regardless of if he won a championship or not or whatever, it still worked out for him. He's a Hall of Famer. I believe he's a top 20 player of all time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely top 25. You know what I'm saying? And no, he didn't win a ring, but he's still a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? And one of the greatest players of all time.
I am all for kids who work incredibly hard, many of them coming from tough financial circumstances, being able to have an incredible NBA career and make tons of money. I'm all for that. You have to be a psycho not to be for that. That being said, the entitlement is corny to me. The I'm gonna work a way to.
Yuzu say, who is the GOAT? Come on now. Come on now. We all who the motherfucking GOAT is. You know what I mean? I'm going to type it up for you so you know. His airness. His airness. Okay? That the motherfucking GOAT right there. Okay? You see that? Look at that face. Look at that face right there. That's the face of a GOAT right there. You understand me? So, yeah.
Dictate where I go, as if there's a place in this league where you're not going to make tons of money to play basketball. Preference?
Come on, man. We all know
that's
who
just
the
called
GOAT is.
being logical. But his team deserves a congratulations, you played yourselves, because you look ridiculous now. Now everyone knows you openly didn't want to go there, and he ends up probably in the least desirable, quote, place that you could end up.
LeVar Ball is the GOAT dad. He's the GOAT basketball dad, for sure, for sure.
Whether your name's Archie Manning or Deion Sanders, or you just have
LeVar, hey, that nigga LeVar. Hey, I was about to say, hey, go to Lieslo. I was about to say that. Never lost. I love LeVar.
Have a team that's meddling. I don't think it's cool. I generally think it's whack.
Hey,
Well, it's funny that you bring up Arch Manning, and Danny mentioned it earlier about now how basketball players are making a lot of money. You know,
hey, that motherfucking leg gonna grow back on this motherfucking ass. Hell yeah.
it's a scenario, guys, in the not so distant future where someone like Arch Manning, who's going to make so much money at the University of Texas, coming from an idea as a frontline quarterback, but somebody like
Let's
Arch
hear
Manning
Joe
really
Fartenbar.
Screw up your.
One day, you won't have to assemble the entire creative team just to localize an asset.
Here we go with the motherfucking ass.
Your potential, then yeah, there's no need for anything like this because you
Look at
can
this
trust
old
professionals to
metrosexual ass
develop
nigga
you the
right
proper
here.
way. The thing is, you can't. There are several incompetent NBA teams, several incompetent NFL teams that mismanage talent regularly.
Now
always drafting in the top
I disagree with that.
Screw up your potential.
I disagree with that.
It's really interesting.
Okay,
you know,
now
Ace Bailey to me may be the tip of the iceberg.
Joe, where do you land on this?
If you could trust all 30 NBA teams or all 32 NFL teams to not screw up your potential, then yeah, there's no need for anything like this because you can trust professionals to develop you the proper way. The thing is, you can't.
Watching YouTube on YouTube. Come on now, you know how we do.
There are several incompetent NBA teams, several incompetent NFL teams that mismanage talent regularly. Cleveland.
I disagree with that, bro. Like, I disagree with talking about. Now, I understand we got some bad organizations and bad franchises or whatever, but I disagree with the whole, oh, I don't want to go to this team because they're going to mismanage my career and all that other shit. Bro, that's bullshit, bro. If you good enough, like, that's the whole thing about like proving yourself. If you really Himothy, you know what I'm saying? If you really that dude, you supposed to come to that team and make a difference. You know what I mean? At least be able to, show the talents and gifts that you got to be able to. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, I don't want to go to this team because they're going to mismanage my career and this and that. Now that sounds like you put all of the onus on the franchise, on the organization to make you this great player. Nah, it's on you to make yourself a great player, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to make the team better. The team ain't supposed to make you better. Now, I understand it's their job to fill in around the star players that they got. I'm not saying that they're not absolved of doing their job as well, but this whole, teams, there's teams in the NFL and the NBA that will mismanage a player's career and this and that. So you want to avoid them teams. Bullshit. Like, there's countless players that got drafted to horrible teams and changed the trajectory of that franchise, and they became champions. Like, that's the whole reason why we criticize LeBron James and Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, they still changed the trajectory of the team, but they didn't overall get over the hump and win a championship. But even them, they still, like, you know what I mean? So when Kevin Durant got drafted to the Seattle Supersonics before they eventually became the Oklahoma City Thunder, they were a bad team. Kevin Durant, with the help of Russell Westbrook and James Harden and Sam Presti doing what he did, like, they turned OKC into something. Now, like I said, they didn't ultimately win a championship, but they turned it into something. Can't nobody tell me about the Golden State Warriors. I had season tickets Steph Curry's rookie year, 2009, 2010. These motherfuckers was trash my whole childhood. Okay, except for we had one or two good years when we had Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin. I didn't catch the Run TMC era. That was a little bit before my time. By the time I started paying attention to the Warriors, Mitch Richmond was already gone. But Tim Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell, Billy Owens, Chris Webber, Chris Mullin, they had a solid year. What was that? Either 92, 93 or 93, 94. You know what I'm saying? And then they fell off the map and was a bad team for the next 10 or 11 years. Okay. Until We Believe. And that was another 1 year. That was a one-off. Okay. And then they sucked all the way up until we got Steph Curry. But I'm saying Steph Curry, when he got drafted to the Warriors, I had season tickets that year. I got 41 home games, all the preseason games, an autographed Monte Ellis jersey, and a couple other souvenirs, all for under $1,000. Now, you damn near gonna spend $1,000 to go to one or two games. You feel me? So I'm saying that the whole notion of I don't want to go to this team because they're going to mismanage my career, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry changed the whole future of the team. Giannis with the Bucks, when he got drafted to the Milwaukee Bucks, they was trash. You know what I'm saying? He got better every year, and they won a championship. We just got through. I just got through showing y'all a picture of Michael Jordan when he got drafted to the Chicago Bulls. They was ass, straight butt cheeks. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He turned them into a dynasty. Okay, same thing with Kobe Bryant. Now we understand that what the Lakers were, but I'm saying by the time Kobe came in '96 and Shaq came at the same time, so you got to say Kobe and Shaq. But I'm just saying that great players can change the trajectory, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of the team. All right, Goated, shout out to you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you on the next one. So yeah, I definitely don't agree with making the excuse and trying to be like, oh yeah, I don't want to go to this team because they're gonna fuck up my career. They don't know what to bullshit. If you good enough, you will change the for a lack of a better word to use, I keep using this same word, but you would change the trajectory of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that shit.
Cleveland's always drafting in the top 5. Look at where it's gotten them. Do we really trust the New Orleans Pelicans to develop their young talent after what we've seen in New Orleans for the better part of a decade? I got no problem with this. If you have the juice to call your own shot and set yourself up like Eli Manning did in New York, which went vastly better than it would have gone with the San Diego Chargers, then you know what? Call your shot, because you only have one opportunity at this. But here's the catch, and this is very important. Do not get upset with the consequences that follow your actions. Right now, Ace Bailey is already the most disliked rookie coming into the NBA. You better be able to deal with that, okay? You better be able to deal with everything that comes your way, which also includes when you don't have the juice to call your shot like Bailey, ending up in Utah and getting upset with the situation. That was a miscalculation. But all in all, no problem whatsoever with doing something like this.
Yeah, Joe, I see it differently.
Of course,
your Charger comment, because isn't the
of course, you're gonna have media members talking about, yeah, I don't have a problem with this and this and that. Now, this is the same dude. Now, look, I was listening to. Oh, my fault. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Goated. I see what you're saying. My fault. Now, Joe Fortenbaugh, he used to be on the radio out here in the Bay Area. He was on 95.7 The Game. He was on ESPN before, and then he was here locally on 95.7 The Game, and then he went back to ESPN. But Joe Fortenbaugh, he got a show on ESPN Radio, Joe and Q, okay, with Q Myers. And yesterday, Friday morning, I was trying to find, because I knew I was going to do this live tonight. I was trying to find it damn near all day, bro. I couldn't find it. But they were talking about, he was based, like, it started with him, and then it continued on the radio show. I guess it started with him on First Take, and then it continued on the radio show, where they were talking about, should rookies be able to, should all rookies be able to, should they just get rid of the draft, and should rookies be able to pick the team that they want to go to? I'm like, bro, fuck no. Like, these is little whippersnappers, man, coming into the league. What Stephen A. be saying, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac, man. Come on, bro. Nah, you don't get to, you shouldn't, bro. You have to earn the right to be able to do that, bro. You can't, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So now y'all want to give rookies the opportunity to pick the team that they want to go to. How the fuck are y'all going how you gonna manage that? All the rookies gonna want to go to the fucking same team. I just don't understand these talking points, bro. And what like why would you want that? That's for one. For two, my thing be like, bro, all of these years, bro, the NBA been going on. This is what I don't like about when I be hearing about them. Oh, they the NBA should shorten the season from 82 to 72 or 70 or change this and change that. I'm like, bro, it's been like this for decades upon decades upon decades. Now all you pampered, entitled, spoiled motherfuckers want to come in and change shit when some of the most greatest athletes of all time came in and just played the game, bro. They wasn't trying to come in and change this and change that, and Jordan came in and played up under whatever the rules was. That's it. He played up under those rules. He wasn't trying to change the fucking rules to make it easier for him and fit what he wanted to do. Like, I just don't like why should we give these young players like all of this a cachet, you know what I'm saying, to be able to come in and just change shit that's been a certain way for 50, 60, 70 years. And some of the greatest players in the league then played up under these rules and didn't complain and became legends under these same rules. But now y'all motherfuckers want to come in and change the shit. I just don't get it. Reno said Kobe did the exact same thing with the Hornets. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Kobe didn't have a pull to do that. The Charlotte Hornets basically drafted Kobe Bryant for Jerry West and the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant would have played for the Charlotte Hornets had he not got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Period, point blank. He didn't have the cachet to fucking to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially coming out of high school, like, nah, bro, like nah. So that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, he got traded, but like Goated said, he didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a choice. Kobe Bryant did not make a fuss about nothing. You know what I'm saying? He would have played for the Charlotte Hornets happily if he would have never got traded. So, let me see what y'all saying. Yeah, so I mean, nah, bro. Okay, let me
now. So if Eli was a Charger, we really
it's another clip I wanted to play from the same show I was talking about, but with Joe and Q, but they don't end up going into the whole part about should players be able to pick whatever team they want to. That's the part I want, because I was riding around listening to that shit. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, because you had one person saying, yeah, they should be able to do it, and then you had the other one that was like, that had some fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Let me see. H. Bailey, should any rookie be able to choose? Rookie able to choose. Okay, so on Google, here are some of the arguments against rookies being able to choose where they want to go to, right? So let's say, go to Leandro, say it happens all the time in drafts. D. Mitch was originally a Nugget. Shea was also a Hornet. I didn't even know that. Shea was a Hornet. DeAndre. Yeah, draft day trades, that happens all the time. That happened with that happened back in the, I mean, that happens all the fucking time. Like, that's not unusual at all. That happened with the Warriors and the Orlando Magic in 94, either 93 or 94. I want to say 94, with Anthony Hardaway and Chris Webber. Orlando drafted Chris Webber. The Warriors, we drafted Penny Hardaway. And then the trade happened. The same thing happened with, I believe, did it happen with Jason Kidd and Grant Hill? I think it happened with Jason Kidd and Grant Hill. I know both of them was co-rookies of the year in 94. I think it happened with both of them. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But I know it did happen with Luka Doncic and Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? So, like that happens all the time. You feel me? But this is what Google says. So these are arguments against a player choosing system. Okay. Competitive balance. Allowing players to choose. Now, this is talking about not free agents, because that's the thing about it. When you're a free agent, okay, you've earned the right to be able to go to whatever team you want to go to. You feel me? But as far as rookies, this is what it says. So competitive choose will likely exacerbate the issue of top players congregating on already strong teams, while struggling teams would remain weak. So let's take Ace Bailey, for example. If you let Ace Bailey pick where he wanted to go, he probably gonna choose the Knicks. He's an East Coast guy. He wanted to stay. He wanted to be on the East Coast. The Knicks are a Eastern Conference final team. You know what I mean? So he probably go to the Knicks or Boston or you know what I'm saying? Or Indiana or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair. You feel me? And then you get the sorry teams that's gonna stay weak. That's how, like, the way that the NBA, the way these sport leagues have it is the perfect way for it to be, bro. Like, if you a bad team, you get first dibs at the best draft picks coming into the league. Like, you shouldn't, like, the best team in the league shouldn't have the number 1 pick, the number 2 pick. Like, otherwise, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no parity in the league. All right. So then we got franchise impact. Teams invest heavily in scouting and drafting players, and allowing players to choose their destination would undermine this investment and potentially lead to a less equitable league. Let me read that again. I can try to understand that. Teams invest heavily in scouting and draft players. So allowing players to choose their destination. Okay, I see what they're saying. Their destination would undermine the investment and potentially lead to a less equitable league. So they're basically saying, like, if rookies were able to pick what team they wanted to go to, like, there's no reason for scouts. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? There would be no reason to have scouts, because what am I scouting you for if I'm the Utah Jazz, or if I'm the Washington Wizards, or if I'm the Portland Trail Blazers? You ain't gonna come to us. You gonna go to one of the better teams in the league. So, you know what I mean? It wouldn't matter. Scouts wouldn't matter. Development. While some players might prefer specific situations, the G League and the NBA itself provide opportunities for development for players not picked by their preferred team. And the current system allows for this. Let me see. While some players might prefer specific situations, the G League and NBA provide opportunities for development for players not picked by their preferred team in the current system. Okay, so I see what they're saying. They saying, you know, they saying that there's a developmental aspect to it. You feel me? So yeah, man, like it's all type of reasons why it wouldn't be good for the league, bro. Let's take the NFL for example. Okay, let's look at the Chiefs. Look at the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? The Niners when they good. You know, the Patriots when they was doing their thing. Let's just say you got fucking the best player in college football go to the fucking Patriots. Like, come on, like you said, I want to go to the Patriots. They the best team. That's where I want to go to. Like that's you can't have that, bro. You know what I mean? Because that would kill the interest of the league, bro. Because you would have a lot of fans that would be like, bro, this is what the fuck? This is unfair. Like what the fuck is y'all doing? This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How can inferior teams become superior teams if a rookie who don't got no type of cachet, ain't did nothing in this professional league, get it, he can pick whatever team that he want to go to. Y'all, like, a lot of free agents can't even do that. I mean, I guess I guess that's false, because when you're a free agent, that's the whole thing about it. You can pick where you want to go. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? There's still even You can't just pick what team you want. Like you can pick what, but it's only a few teams that's interested in you. So, I butchered that. I'm trying to say something, but I can't say it the right way. So let me see. Go to Leangelo. Say it's like football. Okay, soccer in Europe. All the best teams get all the good players, and the shitty teams stay shitty. It's like that's like I wouldn't even want to watch a league like that. Okay, so like when Wembanyama came out. This past year was his second year, right? So that means that he came out when? After the Warriors won it or after the Nuggets won it? Either way, let's say Wemby is able to pick to say, yeah, I want to go to the Warriors. Like, that's just fucking cheating, bro. Wemby say, yeah, I want to go play with Steph Curry. So you got Steph and Wemby on the same fucking team. Mind you, I'm not even talking about Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like that. Or let's say he say, I want to go to the Denver Nuggets right after they won the championship. So you got Wemby and Jokic on the same team with Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon and all that shit. Like, that's just, come on, bro. Like, and see, it's better this way because now look at the Spurs. The Spurs is looked at now as a team that they're gonna be expected to do some shit going forward now. You feel me? So that wouldn't happen if Wemby didn't go to the Spurs. You feel me? So it's better this way, bro. All right, let me Wemby could have did everything you have said. Nah, what I'm saying is, bro, like you get drafted to the team that drafts you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wemby could not have did what I said. What I'm saying is he can do that when he become a free agent. You know what I'm saying? But even then, so that's what I was trying to say. Even then, you still can't, like a team that you want to go to, they got to have the cap space to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? You may want to go to a team that's capped out. You can't go there because they don't got the money. The salary, they would have to go into the fucking luxury tax and the apron and all of that other shit. You feel me? So, yeah, bro, like it's no way that like that shouldn't even be a thought to be able to allow rookies. You know what I mean? Let me see, is this?
Sherwin-Williams scheduled home delivery. I'm 15.
Joe Lowe, on my mama, I agree. Now, I'm not hating on it because I'm not hating on it because I was an advocate for these players, these college players getting paid, bro, because I'm like, damn, bro, the university, they making money off these college players, bro. So the players should be able to get paid something, but at the same time, you do kind of see now that it's changing the landscape of college sports now. You know what I'm saying? With athletes, like who's the quarterback that I forget who we play for or whatever, but there's a quarterback that last year they was talking shit about because he signed an NIL deal and now he's asking for more money. You know what I'm saying? He's asking for more money and saying that, okay, he's going to go to another college now because they're going to pay him more money or whatever the situation is. You feel me? So, yeah, bro, like you going like the only
the NIL shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I do think players should get something. But then on the flip side, you have you're gonna have players that are going to just be chasing the bag now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Go to there you go, Nico, that's his name, Nico. Nico, yeah. That situation right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about the money. So now they just focused on the money now. You know what I mean? It's not even about like even trying now. It's like, damn, I ain't even got to damn near go to the NFL now. I get all this bread right here. You know what I'm saying? And college sports. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do think it's bringing on a somewhat a level of greed. You know what I'm saying? Because they just going for the bread. They just going for the bread and egg. You know what I'm talking about? There's one more clip that I want to play. I'm gonna go to Spotify because I was listening to this shit on Spotify. Get back on this H. Bailey shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, H. Bailey, man, this might be the best thing for you. This might be the best thing for H. Bailey. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time. Go to Leangelo says, so much less guys in the draft now because of NIL. Straight up, because now players is like, well, shit, let me get my money in college now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players like, shit, I might not make it to the league, so let me get it right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is bringing a different level of greed to college sports. You know what I'm saying? For the players. You know what I'm saying? But
and awarded with this ¡1 overall selection that came out of left field. How much pressure do you think?
Nah, not this one. Not this one. Let me go here. Joe and Q. Joe and Q. Let me see. June 26. Ain't budging. Hugh Myers and then.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot.
I'm gonna play this clip too. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me unplug this charger.
That is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button.
Charging over here.
Restrictions apply. This is Joe and Q, the podcast.
With the fifth, the Utah Jazz select Arius Ace Bailey from Rutgers University.
Look kid at me smiling hard right now because I know the hard work, the sacrifices, the blood, the sweat, the tears, not just for me, but my family put into this. So I'm just blessed to be here.
This was not one of his preferred destinations, Utah. He was hoping to get to either Washington, New Orleans, or Brooklyn. The Utah Jazz selected Ace Bailey knowing that.
They used to be free at Facebook too.
Ace Bailey, that's the fact that he was
over there.
Drafted number 5 overall by the Utah Jazz. Now the question
No, you can still use them, but they hella expensive now. But like last year, like I'm talking about, like I got like 6-7 months in of just free charging. You know what I'm saying? And then
I used to use these. I haven't told a soul about them, dude.
Yeah, but January 1st, they switched it. You know what I'm saying? And then I found out about these. So yeah, nah, but these still the cheapest around. Definitely. For sure.
Jazz, David, we're not the.
All right, bro. All
right,
yeah, you too.
And right now, he is not reported to Utah. He's not on a flight
to Utah yet to go show up with the team. So the
he reported now. He reported now. They saying that he didn't. This is from 2 days ago or a day ago, but he reported now. So he reported today. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no choice but to report though. You a rookie, boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing but a little whippersnapper, boy. Wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. You know what I'm talking about?
He can strong arm his way out of there.
This fool, it's crazy, bro. This fool is younger than my oldest daughter. You know what I'm saying? My oldest daughter is 21 years old. About to graduate from San Francisco State. You know what I mean? This little nigga only 19. He was born 2 years after my oldest daughter. All right.
Before you go out there and try to maximize,
I had him young. I started young.
In Utah with Danny Ainge, with one of the more influential GMs in the league. I think that this is a little bit of maybe saving face from what he said at the beginning before the draft, what him and his team said. But I think when it's all said and done, he is going to report that he's going to report to Utah, and all is going to be well in terms of his attitude and everything, because he don't want the smoke with the NBA like that.
No, he doesn't want that smoke. He doesn't want the smoke with the fan base, and I believe the smoke with the fan base is already going to be there, as they know that he's not a fan of being a member of the Utah Jazz. His representation informed a team drafting inside the top 5 that they didn't want that team to select Rutgers wing, and that he wouldn't report if it did. Sources told ESPN that was on Thursday, but what team that was, right? So I'm not going to assume that was the Utah Jazz, but you saw his reaction.
Goated said, imagine if MJ went to the Magic, Kareem Lakers, or LeBron went to Kobe and Shaq Lakers. This is the league is turning into. This, if they start letting these rookies pick where the hell they want to go, that's exactly what.
It doesn't get any better than that. You have that opportunity. You should be fired up wherever it is. But I understand it's 2025. I understand these young men work very hard to get where they are, and they're trying to manage their career even before it gets started to the best of their ability. So I get it that he doesn't necessarily want to be there, and
I don't
but
get
I
it.
think that him going about it, the approach that he has so far is the wrong approach. I think it could have been done in a much better way. It didn't look so bad, and even make the fans in Utah, who, oh, by the way, are very passionate fan base, make them feel and understand, like, yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
So a little bit of
I get it. I don't get that. You know what I mean? To sit up there and say, yeah, I get it that he doesn't want to be there. Like, that's not like I don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? I was raised to, hey, whoever the fuck draft you, report like a motherfucker and be proud. I don't give a damn who the fuck would have drafted me. Man, I would have been on the first flight to that motherfucker like, hey, man, where I sign? Where the pen at? You understand me? Where the fuck do I sign? Yeah, I'm finna get to this bag. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't finna be playing no games. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be there and all that. You know what I mean? All that other shit. You feel me? But like I said, it's just a representation of the sign of the times. These motherfuckers these young punks is spoiled in a motherfucker, entitled, and just think everything supposed to be given to them. But now when you do some shit like that, now they're gonna be looking at your every move. Now your ass better come out straight balling. Cause nigga, if you have any mishaps, yeah, we're rookie, you're a rookie, and we understand that, you know what I mean, you're gonna have some rookie moments, but motherfucker gonna be like, oh, you was that same, when you that same motherfucker that was talking about you didn't want to come here? You understand me? And now it's looking like, you know what I mean? You know, it's looking like your ass don't know, you know, you didn't want to come here to the Jazz, but you're playing like a motherfucking bum. How you so entitled to where you know you want to pick and choose where the fuck you want to go, but your ass can't even perform. You feel me? What the fuck type shit is that? You feel me? Yeah, I mean,
this shit. A tweak on that because I'm with you most of it.
And that's only difference is you're much younger than me too.
Right. I'll take that. That's the most time. That I can't remember the last time anybody said I'm much younger than anybody. So I'll take it. I'm with it. No, I think that one little tweak here is that he doesn't have to be fired up on the inside of his spirit. His spirit ain't got to be fired up to be in Utah. But when you have to kind of, the way the draft is constructed, the way everything is currently constructed, you have to show up and play because you are 2-3 years at a place that you may not want to go to, but you're there to prove yourself for the rest of your career.
Bro, it's like, bro, how you don't want to go there, bro? Like, I'm from the West Coast, man. Dubs up, you know what I'm talking about? West side till I motherfucking die. We ride for Pac, you dig? If I get drafted to Utah, nigga, I'm excited. I'm like, man, I get to go somewhere I ain't never been before. Just experience something new. I know they say they got the Mormons out there or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But I'm like, I get to go somewhere and just experience something new. How you don't want to do that? Yo, Jada, you know what a blinker is? What a blinker is? I see y'all talk. What you mean? What a blinker? You mean a car? I know y'all ain't talking about the blinker on the car. You feel me? If y'all not talking about the blinker on a car, I don't know what y'all talking about. I may be too a little bit too old for that. You feel me? I don't know what that is. Reno 19 Rockstar say that was 1982. That's the year I was born. 1982. Yeah, but nah, all the trading cards, man, I still got a lot of my cards, bro. I got Jordan cards, I got Magic Johnson, I got Larry Bird. In football, I got Jerry Rice, I got Barry Sanders. You know what I mean? I got some Warren Moon shit. I got some Reggie Miller shit. I got a lot of cards. You feel me? And I still got them in the plastic. You know how they came in the plastic with the 3 rows. You know what I'm saying? I still got all my cards in the plastic.
All of us, a lot of us, when we come out of college, we're getting our starts. We started in places that we did not necessarily want to be in, right?
I think we all did. And if you didn't, you're part of the very rare few. Right. There's a few that fell into their dream job like right out of college or right as soon as they tried to join the workforce or in that field. They fell into a really great situation, right time, right place, whatever, and they did that. But for the most of
Right? Which is why they drafted you. They thought through all of this stuff.
Right.
Not sure
and
what
kudos for them. Look, real quick, and I don't mean to cut you off, but kudos to the Jazz for sticking to their guns and that they're going to select this young player, even though he might not necessarily want to be there, but they know what he could bring.
Man, we don't.
Yeah, they said, hey, you can pout all you want. You got a $40-50 million incentive to come out here and put in some work wherever you at this team.
Come on now.
Utah knows this. They're not taken aback by this. They're not surprised by this. They know that even though you can huff and puff all you want, we have the leverage. Because if you come here and you start tripping, we're going to ship you off to somewhere else you don't want to be. And we're going to make your life even more miserable.
That is so wild to me to even think of a young man in an organization that just selected him number 5 overall. He might show up and start tripping. Right? I mean, just to think about that. And then I look at a situation like what you saw with the Philadelphia 76ers and VJ Edgecombe, right? And the fact that my man was in all kind of tears, talking about his journey, talking about what his mom had to do. So, when he was growing up, that he didn't even have electricity. They were living off a generator. Like, I see all his emotions. You think he's super excited to join the Philadelphia 76ers? Absolutely. Even though we could all argue and say that organization is a mess. VJ, his family.
Man, I don't give a fuck what if the organization is a mess and all that other shit. Like, I don't think the organization is a mess. How is the Philadelphia 76ers organization a mess? The only if the Philadelphia 76ers is a mess, guess who fault it is? Joel and motherfucking B. Motherfucking can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? So if the Philadelphia 76ers is a mess, it's because their star player can't stay healthy. And that's around. So if he ain't healthy, everything else is going, it's a trickle down effect. Everything else is going to fall apart because everything is constructed and built around him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I get what he's saying. You know what I mean? The player that got drafted to the Philadelphia 76ers had tears of joy. That's how it's supposed to be, man. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they could have sent me to the motherfucking Portland Trailblazers. I would have been like, cool. You shit, nigga. I would have looked at it like shit. I'm gonna be a part of the reason why we make the turnaround. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I'm finna get to the bag. I'm finna get to the motherfucking cash money top. Shout out Baby and Slim and Wayne and Julie and all that. Joe Lowe said he needed the money based on his draft day outfit. Hey, these motherfuckers be wearing some wild shit out there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we are. We are. I thought you were to know that. Yeah, I don't. Y'all fill me in on the blinker. On the blinker situation. Go to say nah, but 99.9% of people would kill for Ace's job. Come on, man. Bro, you finna get paid millions of dollars to dribble a basketball up and down a hardwood floor and try to shoot it and make it into the basket. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, what is we talking about here? You understand me? I don't give a fuck where the fuck I get drafted. I will go to any motherfucking team. Any team. You know what I'm saying? Cut the check. That's all the fuck I give about. That's all the fuck I give a fuck about. Dominique Wilkins did the same thing to the Jazz. What did Dominique Wilkins do? Go to Leandro said, well, they gave Podcast P a max too. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, they fucked that one up. Everybody and their mama could see that. Come on now. Like, yeah, you got to pay Paul George some money. But, I mean, y'all niggas gave that motherfucker a max as like he in a smack dab in the middle of his prime and he healthy. Like you know what I mean? Like that nigga be getting hurt. Oh, man, that like, yeah, nah, man. Like you right about that, Goated. Yeah, they overpaid for Paul George. Straight up. And I'm not trying to talk shit about Paul George. He's a solid player. He's had a solid career. But I mean, come on now. You understand me? That man and it ain't Ben Simmons level, but I mean, damn. You know what I mean? Talk about a heist. You feel me? Like, that man, hey, you damn near got to, man, get some of that motherfucking money back. Reno 419 Rockstar said Dominique Wilkins didn't want to play for the Jazz. Okay, that's news to me. Maybe I heard about that and forgot about it or whatever, but that's news to me. I didn't know about that. I never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Dominique Wilkins is another player that Hall of Famer, great player. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't even think about him as much as I should, as far as, you know, his stature. You know what I mean? In the league, I often forget about Dominique Wilkins. You feel me? Unless his name is brought. Go to Leangelo. Jada should get a dispo right now. Hit that blink. Man, y'all killing me with the blink shit. I'm lost. Like a motherfucker. You feel me? Reno 419 say, you don't know basketball. Listen, brother. Do your research on me. You know what I'm saying? Go back and watch a couple of them past live. You ain't gonna tell me nothing about, nigga. I grew up playing this motherfucker. So just because you disagree with me on something or we disagree about some shit, yeah, like whatever, I ain't even gotta pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? All my real ones know. You know what I mean? You feel me? Nigga, I live basketball, football, sports. So yeah, ain't nobody gonna tell me I don't know nothing about no motherfucking basketball. I grew up playing this motherfucker, boy. Joe Lowe say Clyde gets overlooked also. Yep, Clyde Drexler get overlooked, but even Clyde Drexler, I like more than I do fucking Dominique Wilkins. You feel me?
Boo-hooing when he gets selected because they know what that journey's like. And look, I get it. Everyone's journey, I'm sure, was not the same as VJ's, but man, I mean, just the thankfulness that you see from VJ and his family, and then kind of the way that you see, Ace almost, put his nose up in the air to the situation.
Go to say Trae Young gonna be overlooked the same way. The same way Dominique Wilkins was. I mean, hell yeah, if he don't do nothing significant, he ain't nowhere near Dominique Wilkins level on the overall legacy standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Steve Francis didn't want to play for the Grizzlies. Okay. You feel me? What you saying? So what you saying, bro? You feel me? Josh B say, you think Cooper Flagg is going to work out? So this is my thing with Cooper Flagg, right? Like, I heard somebody talking, this show that I'm listening to right now, they was talking about Cooper Flagg and mentioning Luka Doncic and all that. And my thing is like this with Cooper Flagg. Let's see him play first, okay? I'm not saying he's a great player. He looks, most likely he is going to be a great player in the league. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying let's see him play. Like they was bringing up Cooper Flagg in comparison to Luka Doncic, saying, well, see, the one thing about Cooper is, he never stops working, and he knows he needs to get better and this and that, to where, Luka is the type of player that he may be, satisfied with where he at, this and that. I'm like, bro, like, you can't put Cooper Flagg and Luka Doncic in the same sentence right now, bro. Like, what the fuck? Luka Doncic is a perennial all NBA player, bruh. Like, stop it. You know what I mean? Cooper Flagg ain't played one dribble in the league, bro. Let's let him actually play first before we start. You know what I'm saying? Like, Luka Doncic has been he led the Dallas Mavericks to 2 conference finals and an NBA finals, bro. Like, is Cooper Flagg gonna do that? If he ain't gonna do that, like, let's stop. Like, I understand, bro. He's a number 1 pick. He's one of the top prospects coming into the league in a very long time. Not in a very long time, because Victor Wembanyama was also a top prospect. But I'm saying, as far as, like, I guess American-born player. You know what I'm saying? He, one of the top prospected American-born players coming into the league in a while. All I'm saying about Cooper Flagg is I do think it's gonna work out. I'm just saying let's let it play out first. You know what I mean? Let's see him on the court first in the fall, playing against other NBA players and other NBA teams before we start crowning this nigga, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know what the fuck. We don't know. You know what I mean? Reno, I don't give a fuck what you've done. You in my motherfucking live right now. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. I don't give a damn. I really don't. I really don't. So you sitting right here talking to me. I don't give a fuck what the fuck NBA tryout. I don't give a shit what the fuck you did. So that don't prove nothing to me. You know. So you know what I mean. What misinformation am I spreading? You just tell me what information am I spreading. You just talking. You just running your motherfucking mouth. You getting ready to get ignored on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't nobody give a fuck what don't nobody care. Is you in the league right now? Have you made one penny fucking playing basketball? If not, shut your bitch ass up. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that. Bitch boy. Rookies pick the teams. Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You's a dumb, ignorant, stupid motherfucker. Okay? Sitting here talking to me. You know what I mean? Talking about you tried out for the NBA and your ass wasn't good enough. You ain't playing. You feel me? So you must have not been good enough. So yeah, come sit your ass right down here with the rest of us. You feel me? Man, you ain't made no pennies playing basketball. Boy, your ass a motherfucking lie. Cap did a motherfucker. Show me the proof. Show me the proof. Don't just say it. Don't just talk it. Show me the motherfucking proof. You feel me? DM me, inbox me, show me some shit. You feel me? All that talk. Otherwise, all you doing is talking, bro. And to be and like I said, to be honest, we don't give a fuck. I know I don't give a damn what the fuck your ass done done. You feel me? You a nobody just like me. So I don't give a fuck what the fuck your ass done did. Playing in left bench for the Shanghai Sharks. Show me some pictures. Show me something. And even if you show me, I still don't give a fuck. I still don't give a rat's motherfucking ass, man. You feel me? That shit don't mean nothing to me, bro. I don't give a damn. Because your ass ain't doing shit right now. You sitting on the live right now in my live talking to me. You feel me? So yeah, nobody give a fuck about what the hell your ass and claim you done did, boy.
That's just a turnoff for me, and I have to imagine it's a turnoff for the fan base as well.
It is probably a turnoff for the fan base, but I think that situation in which you're going to be turned off, you're going to turn off that fan base either way if you stink, right? If you go out there and you play and you're averaging 18 and you're doing great and you're trying your best, you're shuffling your feet on defense, the fans will come around and they will like you.
Yeah, Ace Bailey can turn it. Look,
yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah, Ace Bailey can turn it around. Winning cures all. If he ball out, if Ace Bailey ball out, hey, all bets is off. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you better ball out now, because now that fan base is gonna be looking at you with a side eye. Like, come on now. You didn't want to be here, but your ass ain't even doing shit. You feel me? Do your ass even deserve to even be in the motherfucking league? You feel me? Shaper Media say LeBron needs to take a pay cut so the Lakers can load up. Nah, definitely, man. But LeBron don't give a fuck about that. LeBron don't give a fuck about taking no pay cut, bro. Like, LeBron ain't trying to win. He know he ain't. He know he not gonna be able to win. All he trying to do is run up the stats. That's all he trying to do, bro. Everybody know this. Reno Rockstar said, "Ball gave me a good life. My daughter has the torch. Thanks, Zia Cook." Listen, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to your daughter. Shout out to basketball for whatever it done brought to you, brother. But I'm saying when you come in here with that, I done did this, I done did that type of attitude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get that type of energy back. That's all I'm saying. If you done did all that, congratulations, brother. Congratulations, you did your thing. I'm not, hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bro, like when you come up in here with all that, you don't know basketball and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Man, you don't know me, nigga. You feel me? Ain't nobody gonna tell me I don't know basketball. Nigga, I know basketball like a motherfucker. So I shouldn't even be paying attention to somebody that's telling me I don't know basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do your motherfucking research. Go back and watch my past lives. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So, like, that's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? There's a humble way to do it. I understand we on the internet. We don't know each other. Motherfuckers like to talk shit, troll, and all of that other shit. But when you start coming with that energy like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. A lot of these motherfuckers that's in the NBA can't talk basketball with me. So I don't give a fuck. Oh, nigga, what you know? You ain't that man. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. You might be able to play better than me. You might be a better basketball player than me, but my knowledge of the game, I know the game, bro. So, like, you ain't gonna, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to you and everything you done did. If you done did that, you still ain't proved it to me. So, you know what I mean? But, hey, I'm just saying, bro, you can't come in here with that energy like that, bro. You know what I mean? Be humble, my nigga. You feel me? Especially if you ain't even made it to the fucking league. You talking about a tryout. That's cool. You tried out. All right, cool. A lot of niggas try out, bro. You feel me? A lot of niggas try out, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm happy for you if you did all that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and say my little two-piece about Ace Bailey. Talk about Ace Bailey. Don't talk about me. You understand me? Talk about Ace Bailey. What do you think? What do you feel about Ace Bailey coming into the league, being entitled, not wanting to get drafted to this? You know what I mean? Talk about that. It ain't about me, brother. It ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Man, Kobe, you keep talking. Kobe did what? What did Kobe do? What did Kobe do? Kobe got drafted, bro, and then he got traded. Kobe didn't make no fuss about, oh, no, I don't want it, man. Yeah, I mean, nah, you got to trade me to the Lakers. Nah, I ain't trying to play with Charlotte. If you're saying that, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that means you don't know basketball. That's not facts. It's just not. Kobe didn't do none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kobe didn't force his way out of nothing or this and that, bro. He went with the program. They traded him to the Lakers. You feel me? And so he went with that. You know what I mean? But Kobe didn't do what Ace Bailey did, bro. See, I told you, Ace Bailey did the same thing. Dominique Wilkins. I never heard of that. So, you know what I mean? Like, I never claimed to know it all. I never heard of Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never heard of Dominique Wilkins not wanting to go to the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? If that's some information that you got, good for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But that's not, I don't give a fuck. We're not even talking about Dominique Wilkins, bro. Shaper Media said, I don't mind players not wanting this or that, but players, especially in the new generation, have to know part of the job is being a public figure. All I'm saying is, as far as Ace Bailey, bro, is that earn your shit, bro. Like, it's not like you don't, it's not a good, it's not a good look, bro. To that leads me to Danny Green. He said this. It's not a good look to come into the league with this type of entitlement, bro, because the veteran players gonna look at you a certain way, bro. And Danny Green is gonna say that right here. Right motherfucking here. Danny Green is finna say this right here, bro, and I 1000% agree.
Good luck with that, because I honestly I'd ask my wife if that's actually a show just to double check. But here's what I want to talk about, guys. Here's what I know, and you tell me when I'm wrong.
Hold on, my bad.
High draft pick. They didn't win. That's the first question mark.
Oh, and also these motherfuckers didn't even, bro. Rutgers they didn't even win, bro. They wasn't even like good like that and shit, nigga. And you trying to dictate where the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man, just stop it. All right, now watch this. Watch this. What's going on? Now nigga can't hear this shit. Oh, here you go.
San Diego Chargers, then you know what?
Okay, watch this.
Shot, because you only have one opportunity at this. But here's the catch.
Because he's Deion's son, and when we're talking
okay,
about
now watch this.
We know the lineage. Do players look at you sideways or a little bit entitled?
Sizzle, what's going on?
At this point in your career, when you've never played a game in the NBA?
As soon as this nigga about to say what I want him to say, here they come with these punk ass ads.
Absolutely. I mean, you see people are discussing this across many different podcasts.
Okay, watch this.
We know the lineage. Do players look at you sideways or a little bit entitled trying to pull this off at this point in your career when you've never played a game in the NBA?
Absolutely. I mean, you see people are discussing this across many different podcast platforms. You know, Paul George talked about it. You don't like to see any veteran player, doesn't like to see any young guy come in with a sense of entitlement like this. So I don't want to assume. I don't like to assume anything from anybody, especially young guys. I give everybody a benefit of doubt. So I don't know his team. I haven't met them personally. I don't know what their approach was. I like to think in the positive aspect that this was a strategic move for him and trying to get to his second contract. A lot of people don't know that not all 4 years are guaranteed, and you're not going to get a second contract right away. You get 2 years. Some of that window is very much shortened for a lot of players. So if you don't produce in the first 2 years, you might not get your third or fourth year picked up. You might not get to that second contract. For him, it was like, I want more time to grow. So I want to go to a team where I can be the man. I have more time to grow, where I can get a third or fourth year option picked up, where I don't need to be rushed into being great right away, and I can get my second contract. So if that's how he's moving, I'm okay with it.
I'm not.
To Mike's point from earlier, the smartest...
I agree with Danny Green. You know what I'm saying? He basically said, bro, vets don't like that shit. Veteran players don't like that. Like, you come into the league with this entitlement and all of that other shit. Nah, bro, like, that's not, you got to earn that. You feel? Man, hey, Reno, this my show. I'm not Googling nothing. You can't tell me nothing about no motherfucking Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. I don't got to Google nothing about no motherfucking Kobe. So, you feel me? Ain't can't nobody tell me nothing about Kobe Bryant. I'm not Googling nothing. I'm not talking about Kobe. They ain't got nothing to do with Kobe. So I don't know what I'm ignoring you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried. I ain't even worried about you no more. You either ignorant or you're dumb or you're stupid. You feel me? So it is what it is. But shout out to you.
To move forward for Bailey right now. And this is going to sting for the agent, but the agent's got to step up and say, this was my idea.
The agent to step up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man, that's all it is. That's all it is, bro. Danny Green is right. You know what I'm saying? He said Paul George. He said Paul George spoke on it. Let me see what Paul George said. I didn't know Paul George said. I'm talking about that. Podcast P. Let me see. Podcast P on Ace Bailey. Probably the little last clip I'm going to play, and I'm finna get off here. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Podcast here. Okay, here we go. Let me see what he's saying. Podcast Pizzy. Yeah, I'm saying? Bro, you got a lot of players, bro. It's a lot of even NBA players, even young players whose dads played in the league, bro, don't come out like this. You feel me? Like Kenyon Martin's son, like motherfucker have respect, bro.
Pete, what are your thoughts on, because, you know, it looks like that,
this is my first time seeing this.
Eyes on Ace Bailey, and recently, I don't know if it was him or his agent, but his agent or him came out and said that basically that he wanted to go to a team where he's going to be the #1 option, almost kind of throwing a little demand out before he's even really stepped on the NBA floor. What are your thoughts of seeing a young guy like that, and just from being in the Sixers organization, just does that cause any, you know, we got me, Joel.
This is a long ass question, nigga. Let the nigga answer this shit. Damn.
That, you know, is okay with being more of a role player for the first couple of years.
I mean, I think if I'm Ace Bailey, I can't get mad if my stock drops. You know what I mean? I can't get mad if my stock drops, you know. But, he's canceled all workouts. Like, he hasn't worked out for any team. So, like, I don't...
One team?
No.
That's crazy.
He hasn't worked out for any team.
Tripping.
Yes, tripping. So, I think they made a big deal because we were scheduled to work him out, and he canceled the day of. But he hasn't worked out for any team. But, you're not in a position to be making, those demands. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
People around him.
It's for sure the people.
Of course, the people around
him. People around him. I think he's.
Mama and daddy's playing manager.
I don't know who's representing him. I don't know who's representing him, but
hey, go to LiAngelo. Stop paying attention to that dude, bro. He just trolling, bro.
Draft.
I know a troll when I see one.
They have.
I didn't gave him enough attention.
That was Stephen Castle this year, or Stephen Castle. Like, that was him this year. They have Fox. They have. Shelton. Like, they have guards already. So, like, why wouldn't you take a swing either on a big or a wing?
So you're not a best available type of franchise owner, GM.
I mean, if I think Harper and Ace Bailey are like
saying that
it's a toss up. I think
fuck your shorts so little for, boy.
Is going for what they need.
I'm saying, like with San Antonio, if they already have a guy, you'd rather pick somebody that more
These
fits
niggas
your
wear
team.
shorts like
I would pick
bitches.
somebody that more fits my team. I would pick a Ace Bailey, because I just drafted.
Gotcha.
And what was Castle, rookie of the year? Like, what did he finish rookie of the year?
Yeah, he was.
So I have that already. You know
Working
what I mean?
out for no team is
think
crazy.
Dylan Harper, they kind of have similar intangibles,
Yeah.
right? You know,
I forgot Castle was rookie of the year. Damn.
And I think what you're saying with OKC, you're probably right. Like that, talk about just a well put together team.
Only thing about podcast, bro, get some bad up there, man. These goofy ass niggas ain't. Come on, man.
It seems like they got all their.
This nigga got actors and all. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. Somebody tell me who this nigga is. Forgive me if he's somebody and I don't know. You know what I mean? But I mean, I know the other nigga because I know him from the ATL movie. You know what I'm saying? So I know he an actor. But who is this nigga right here, man? You know what I mean? This nigga ain't got no basketball niggas up there. You feel me? Nigga said he sells mortgage financing. That motherfucker don't got shit to do with motherfucking sports, man. This nigga Podcast Pete got this nigga up here like hey, motherfucking Reno, that's who your ass need to be getting on. This nigga right here. This the motherfucker that don't know shit. You understand me? Old Leonardo DiCaprio looking ass nigga.
Their pieces lined up to where, it shows that,
But I don't think Ace Bailey doesn't fit a San Antonio culture vibe.
No, not now.
TJ McConnell cuss.
I wonder if they'll make an. I hate to say this, and I wish nothing but the best for them, but that
Pandemic P.
Old. And I know, like this younger generation, it's a little bit different. Just
it's a little bit
coming
different,
into the league and money and you're the guy, but.
Nigga doing all the talking
It's
too.
a humbling experience.
That's
for
a kid.
him,
That's
your Zoop Troop looking ass
in
up.
college, bro. It ain't like
That's what I'm saying. He's
I got money. I don't care.
That's true.
Where I want to go. I got money now.
That's true.
It's a rough start, but
see, that's what it is. See, I advocated for you niggas to get paid in college too, bro. Now y'all niggas ain't got a hold to the bag. Now y'all niggas just act like y'all in the ride. That's the problem, bro. That's exactly what the problem is. They getting paid in college now, so now they feel like, you know what I mean, they calling some shots. Man, you ain't calling shots at all, bro. The NBA the NBA will humble you, bro. The NBA is gonna humble Ace Bailey for sure. Yeah. He gonna get humbled off the top. Yeah, some humbling is coming. Best believe that shit.
Take it further than that. Like he already came out with that, right? And the NBA they do their homework, bro. Like you don't think they haven't talked other coaches, your high school coaches. Like they do their homework. Like they do their background checks, right? And so
straight up though, go to
you always remember. Like this is a
podcast piece sitting up there with them shiny ass legs.
If I'm gonna
in them little ass shorts with an extra 300 mil in the bank, he good.
Know that you're gonna represent. And it's almost me before the team, before he's on a team. You know what I mean? So like
straight up though, I agree with that.
Man, that's cool. To like guys have done that, right? Guys have said like, hey, I would want to play here. I want to play there. That's fine.
Reasonable.
Like that's reasonable.
Right. That's just a dream.
Like, everybody, obviously, teams guys want to go to, and that he's not wrong for wanting to be a number one option. I'm with him all the way, but to go in like the way of going about it is just not
These
right.
kids getting too much money before they get the real money, and that's the problem.
That's
it.
It's probably going to set the precedent to like that's going to happen more.
Yeah, because they think they got so much money and all these endorsements already. They like, I can wait it out. We can go another year, man, without playing.
And honestly,
that'll be crazy if it comes down to that.
And then that's gonna be the next issue.
Sitting out of the league.
Because you want to.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
They're too good. Like I don't want to go there. Like I'm gonna wait another year. So
yeah.
OKC has another. Like I don't know. That's crazy, bro.
That'd be stupid because it's like
this nigga look like Mr. Clean.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you
nigga took that hat off, that nigga look like Mr. Clean.
You want to be a top pick. That is the dumbest.
He wants to play. He wants to be on a bad team.
He gonna play regardless.
Which he will. The reason you're getting picked with the
hey, goated. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? I come from a different era, bro. You know what I mean? Where, man, they told us, nigga, they killed our dreams before we even had. They was like, listen, your ass ain't going to the NBA. I don't give a fuck how good you is on your little team or in your region or whatever. Your ass ain't going to the league. You know what I mean? They told us as kids, you got a 1 in a million shot to make it to the league. So your ass most likely ain't going. And they was right. But the whole thing about it is, he think he bigger than what he is, bro. And like I said, He gonna get humble. It's all good. You know what I mean? He'll learn. You know what I mean? He young. So I cut him a little slack. He young. When you young, you just think you that nigga like that. You know what I mean? It's all good. But he'll learn. He definitely gonna get humble. For sure, for sure. He definitely gonna get humble. But I agree. They getting paid already now. So they already feeling like they up. Like, yeah, hey, on some Kanye West shit. You tell me nothing, man. Wait till I get my motherfucking money right. You understand me? But it's all good. You know what I mean? You know, ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely gonna be humble. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna have to perform. You feel me? But yeah, you just don't want to, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to start out with motherfuckers looking at you like, oh, you the nigga that thought you was, you know, you could dictate where you want to go and all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? And your ass ain't even performing. So I'm gonna definitely be watching Summer League. I'm gonna be watching Summer League. I want to see what he gonna be doing in summer. You feel me? And yeah. Goldie said Kobe wasn't generational at the time of the draft. He wasn't even a top 5 pick. I mean, like, bro, he had to grow into that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what bro was talking about. Shaper Media said, my point, though, is that Kobe agent played that card because of Jerry's thoughts. He had leverage. Yeah, because Jerry West was on Kobe. Jerry West was like, hey, that's that nigga right there. We got to have him. So yeah, you know, I see what you're saying, Shaper. You know what I mean? But man, I just wanted to get on here, man, and give my little spill on, little take on that, man. You feel me? Shout out to y'all. We in the dog days right now, man. Usually I probably wouldn't even, if it was games going on or football season was going on, I probably wouldn't even did a topic on this. You know, I may have, but most likely I probably even wouldn't even talk about this. But it's so little shit to talk about right now because the season, the NBA season, just football season ain't here yet, and in baseball, it's just not enough going on for me to even talk about that. You know what I mean? Motherfucker get to talk about, even ESPN barely don't even talk about baseball. You get to talking about baseball, your ratings is going down. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't give a fuck. In baseball, I still fuck with All-Star Weekend, or, you know, I like to watch the Home Run Derby. I'm a sports fanatic, so I like to watch shit. I like to watch Home Run Derby and all that. You know what I mean? The All-Star game, not so much, but I always like watching the Home Run Derby. But in baseball, it's playoff time. And when the playoffs start, that's when baseball get turned up. But right now in June, July, it's just we in the dog days, bro. So I'm scratching. I'm like this, bro. I don't know what to talk about. You know what I mean? I ain't got shit to talk about right now. You understand me? So, but yeah, I just wanted to get my little spill on that. Shout out to all y'all, man. Everybody that tapped in, goated, Shaper Media. You know what I'm talking about? Even bitch boy that was up in here. Shout out my boy Sizzle. Everybody that was in this motherfucker. Even Reno Rockstar. Low the Truth. You feel me? Everybody that was in this thing. Joe Low. Who else? My boy Papa J tapped in for a few minutes. So you feel me? But it's sports, so something else will pop up. You know what I mean? They'll give me something to talk about here over the next day or two. But we in the dog days right now, so you feel me? I don't know what the fuck to talk about right now. But shout out to all y'all, man. Salute. You feel me? I'm finna head to the house, man. Hit the sack. Catch some motherfucking Z's. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one, bro. You feel me? Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one, bro. Snax on Sports. I'm gone. I'll be back with another one.